Shalom. I am just posting this video telling a few updates. Sorry for the informalness of it. I don't even have my camera on a stand right now. It's propped up on one of my daughter's baby dolls. But, gosh, I look Jewish. Wow. Looks worse on video. I look okay in the mirror. Okay. You know what, for fun, I'm going to post a video I made a while back of, well, you'll see it. It's funny.
San Francisco, where you at?
Okay. So, my updates are this. I had an original plan for certain teaching videos I was going to post up on this channel on YouTube, and the plans have somewhat changed. I'm still going to be doing teaching videos and things. Certain ones will strictly be on request, such as, you know, I put it in the tags for some atheists and Catholics, like, you know, atheist Catholicism, whatever, so that you may see this. Now, let me first just go ahead and talk to you who are atheist or agnostic. What I was originally planning on doing, I was going to just post a video with all the different things that kind of give more evidence for there being a creator in our universe. And, you know, I actually did record the video, and once I looked at how long it was, it literally took me an hour. Just touching on the basics and so forth. So what I really may end up doing is just going down the list of different key things. And, you know, I'll touch up on certain things like that. I'm not going to make a huge teaching about it or whatever. I just don't think that's necessary right now. If any of you have a request, like if you're like, well, let's listen to what this believer in a God has to say, you can feel free to message me and just say, okay, what do you think about this? Do you have evidence that combats it? You know, different things like that. But I'm not going to make that my priority. My priority has changed with certain things that have come up that I have learned that have to do with our world today. And what I am going to do, this is now my priority. I'm just going to start in Genesis, Bereshit, as it's called in Hebrew, and I'm just going to start going through the entire Bible, and I'm going to read it and teach what I do know about it. I'm not ignorant enough to say that I know everything. I don't, and I don't think any of you out there can either. I don't even think people like Michael Rood can say that they know everything about the Bible. Know a lot about it, maybe, but my reason for this is because I think what our problem as believers, I'm talking to believers now, of course, I think what our problem as believers is that, for one, we try to be more intellectual about things, like especially those of us on YouTube that are trying to get the gospel out and so on. We focus on certain topics, category arguments, when I think that the entirety of the Bible itself is enough. If we just stick to what Scripture says, teach what Scripture says, and stand by it 100%, I think that's enough. Now, to you atheists, again, I have no doubt that many of you have read the entire Bible cover to cover. Probably could actually quote it verbatim from cover to cover. I've spoken to many atheists who could do that. The problem, though, with that, you may be able to do that, but there is a huge difference between knowing what it says and doing what it says. And when you do what Scripture says to do, and know, because when you read Scripture, it is enough, yes, to get started and so on. But if you want to understand it more, you have to know where the authors of the book is coming from. And granted, every single author of the entire Bible was Jewish. They knew their culture back then because they lived it, but because they knew their culture, they put that into the text. And those who knew the Hebrew culture knew whenever he wrote certain phrases, they knew what that meant. Now we read it today, many Western Gentiles, we will read it today and we think, oh, that's stupid, that's wrong. But that's because we don't know the culture back then of what it really means. So I want to start, whenever I start in Genesis, I'm going to read through what it says. I'm going to teach certain things about it. Now, whenever I get to a cultural part of it, I want to elaborate it and try to explain it so that we know, oh, that's where they were coming from when they said that, and so on. Now, also, like I said, I'm going to go through the Bible. I'm not going to focus on atheistic arguments, combating, whatever. But I will, in the mix of me going through the whole Bible, I'll have a whole other playlist for this stuff. There will be certain things, like, actually, after I end this video, I'll just go into the first one, so you'll see what I'm talking about. But I will not be focusing a lot of time on that stuff. Now, those of you who are my subscribers, thank you so much for subscribing. I want to say a special thank you to An Issue of Sincerity. You sent me a few videos. I have watched a little bit of them. I've been really busy, but thank you so much for sending those videos. I absolutely love listening to those kind of videos and listening to what people have to say and watching the video and all that. So thank you very much for sending them. That was not wasted on your part. But those of you who are subscribers, you've watched by now probably some of my videos that have come out so far, showing how the Jehovah's Witness religion has its fallacies, the Mormonism has its fallacies, and so on. Once saved, always saved, all these kind of things. I put those out there because I wanted to get those who believed in those doctrines to stop and think and, basically reason with me and see how, it just doesn't line up with Scripture, these certain beliefs. And those of you who are Catholic, like I said, I was going to get to you. I was going to post a video that had to do with a lot of your beliefs that are not scriptural. I know that the Pope has basically said that you can't really rely on Scripture anymore, or that's the latest I've heard. Pope Benedict the Millionth, whatever he is. The problem is, I'll just go ahead and say this to you guys. Why start a religion based on the Judeo-Christian Bible, and then all of a sudden you're still this religion, but you can't rely on the Judeo-Christian Bible anymore? There's not a whole lot of sense, and I'm sure you guys are going to start saying, oh, that's not what we believe at all, bless Mary. What I really want to say, though, is please, let's get into Scripture, let's do what it says, let's obey the Almighty, and if you have a question, since I still have a very small subscriber base, I want to get to your questions, I really do. I have actually replied to at least one person who had a question, in a video, and I can do that as we're still small, or my channel is still small. So please, ask questions. Atheists, please ask questions. What do you think about this? But please be respectful. I will not answer or reply if you are rude. I respect your beliefs. No, do I agree with them? No, I don't. But I respect that you have that belief. I mean, that's what I believe the Almighty gave us, was the freedom to choose, free will. That's the whole point. You can choose to believe in the Almighty, or you can choose not to. That's your choice, and I do respect that. That is your choice. But I do hope to hopefully turn you in the direction of the Almighty, because I do believe that there is plenty of scientific, archaeological, biological, genetic proof out there that shows beyond a reasonable doubt that the Bible is true. And I do want to get into those things, but not as my primary focus. So please ask questions. I definitely welcome your questions. But on that note, those of you who are on Facebook, and I say Facebook because you people know me in real life. Many of you are from the local church that I attend on occasion. Many of you are family. Many of you are just friends. Whatever. I am going to be recording a video after this video, and another video. I'm going to try and post all these at the same time. I am going to be explaining to you guys why it's not a big deal to me, scripturally, to miss church or to not go to church. I'm going to explain why I am the way I am today, why I believe what I believe. So, with that said, stay tuned, don't change that channel. And that sound was my dog, nothing else. Seriously, the dog's right here. Say hi. But that's all I have to say in this video, so if you're interested, and also if you are a teenager, you really need to pay attention to anything I say. However, I highly doubt that any teenagers are watching this, which is okay, but you guys are the future. And it's literally going to be up to you guys to steer this planet in the right direction. I'm not posting these videos for fun or money. I get no money from this. If anything, I lose money. But you guys, please listen to what I got to say, because I believe that it is very important, very pivotal, and you are going to excel in your spiritual walk with the Almighty. And that's all I got to say. Shalom.